against Campbell for FGCU. We'll start with Coach and open it up.
Compliment Wisconsin Green Bay, and to tell you the truth, dominating from start to finish. I thought that they were the aggressors. It showed from the start. We were able to dig ourselves out of the game and then dig ourselves in at a couple instances, but could never get over the hump. Attribute that. I mean, they were excellent on the backboard. But Sykes, when he was in, controlled the ball. He's a great player. And, very disappointed with the way we responded a few times, and we'll have some things to work on in practice.
Was it Green Bay's defense that came in, holding folks to 33 points, whatever?
That was good defense, which they are a good defensive team, and then it was our lack of offensive poise. And I mean, how many loose balls, how many balls did we drop? I think it was a combination of their defense and our inept offense.
Brett, what's going on with the offense, man? I just got a tweet from a text from Pearson. He's like, what's going on with the offense? What's going on with the offense?
Honestly, don't really know. I think we're getting rushed offensively and just making bad decisions with passing shots. It's nothing that we have. It's not our offense. It's just our decision making.
Coach, you made, I believe, called three timeouts in the first 8-10 minutes of the game.
If I had more, I would have used more.
Sure. Is there was it any two or three things that you were most concerned? Because I know a couple passes really upset you, and is it just general decision making?
I thought it was the biggest thing that was bothersome was our lack of going after the ball.
Mm-hmm.
I think that was something we had emphasized. That was a big thing that we talked about. We talked about transition defense. We talked about being poised offensively. We did none of those things, and that's obviously my fault. We need to do a better job of coaching them to do some of those things, and we will.
So you're talking 50-50 balls?
I'm talking every ball. They were dominant from the beginning. I thought they were the aggressors from the jump all the way through the end of the game.
Brett, slow starts at the start of the game and at the start of at the half. What's going on there? Was it them? Was it you?
I think obviously it was us. Like I said, when our decision making is not too well offensively and defensively, we can't get stops and we keep turning the ball over and giving up rebounds. I think it's hard to dig a hole, maybe to get out of a hole like that.
If you're a defense right now, are you looking at you guys and saying, we're going to throw a lot of zone at these guys because it seems like they're having a little...
I think people play zone a little bit earlier in the season.
Okay.
Listen, you can run great offense and not make shots.
Sure.
And you can run bad offense and make shots.
Mm-hmm.
And I think we had a little bit of both.
Okay.
I mean, I think we ran some offense, we had some shots we didn't make. I also thought we ran some bad offense at times. But we're going to see a lot of things. I think earlier in the season, more people do play zone.
Bernard, it seemed like every time you guys would get a little flurry and you cut it to 8 there at one point midway through the second half, you just couldn't keep building on to that. What was it like through your eyes tonight?
Like Brett said, like Coach said, just kind of dug ourselves a hole. And on the defensive end, we couldn't just get any stops. They just kept scoring, and we were just going toe for toe, trying to score, trying to see who could score the most. And on the offensive end, we just couldn't capitalize or execute none of the plays. And they just stopped us.
Sykes, I think, picked up his third foul with about 5 minutes to go in the first half. Were you thinking, okay, this is a chance for us to really cut into that lead?
Yeah, a little bit. We were just trying to be poised on offense. We were making a lot of mental mistakes, and nothing was falling for us. We just had some bad shots, turnovers was killing us. They were getting second chance points, and we just couldn't capitalize.
Coach, same questions. When Sykes went out, were you thinking, okay, this is our chance to really...
No, I thought we cut it to 6 at half as badly as we played. You feel like you have a chance, and then we had a couple shots right at the rim to begin the second half, and they didn't go down, and then it sort of steamrolled from there. We never make a little run, get it to a manageable number, and then miss a free throw, turn it over, miss a layup. I mean, I don't know how many we missed at the rim tonight, and that's a tribute to them protecting the rim, but I also thought anytime we had any momentum, they negated it.
Was tonight a chance to sort of show the guys maybe some things you've told them could happen if they didn't do certain things?
Yeah, I mean, this early in the season, we're going to learn a lot of things, and there's a lot of teachable points, but it's also not very wise to learn hard lessons. And these are some things that we've talked about that we should be getting better at. And we'll figure these things out and get better at it.
Now you get ready to go on your first road trip. Your thoughts on the opponent and just going on the road for the first time, coming off of this?
Well, I think one of the things that will happen is we'll group practice, figure some things out. And Marston's a beast down there. The kid Biddle's a heck of a player. I mean, I know they've got a great tradition up there at South Dakota State. It would be a road trip. It'd be our guys' first test, see how we can respond on the road.
Would Jamel have helped tonight?
I think one thing that Jamel would do is I think he provides some toughness. And that was something I thought they were the aggressor, and I think he's one of our voices, and I think Logan provides some toughness. So now that being said, the way they were playing and the way we played, I don't know if they would have been factors, but you'd like to think they would have helped some.
In the 120 minutes that you played here, was there any particular point where you were happy with your offensive flow?
We played zone. I mean, Marist played zone the entire game. They
Right.
played zone
Right.
85% of the time. And so we're going to see a lot of zone early in the season.
I'm just saying about your the
No,
way
I'm
you
not
got-
happy with our offensive flow. No.
Okay.
Coach, how does Sykes compare to some of the guards you've seen in recent years? You could tell the difference when he
No,
wasn't on.
he's a high-level player. He's good with the ball. He can create a shot. He's very explosive. I think he's got a really bright future. I think he's a guy that can play for some money, and I think he's very competitive.
Anything else?
I guess you only have
big
three.
stronger with the ball. How do you get your big stronger with the ball?
I think a lot of it's more so just locking in and being concentrate on those type of things. But if you want to score, you got to catch the ball or you got to rebound. And they must have taken 10 or 12 balls out of our hands, which is that's unacceptable.
One more if we need it. Okay. All right, thanks.
Thank you.
Thanks, guys.